Death Becomes Her. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I think I remember that. It's been a long time.
I think Goldie Hawn was in it, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
But the premise of the movie is they're super rich. The woman comes and sees them, or they go see the woman, should I say. She's like a witch or some weird, person in the elite world. And they give them the Fountain of Youth serum, for lack of better words. And I always think that these movies do have some kind of a reality in them that they show us, right? Maybe some kind of witchcraft where they put a spell on you, but they have to show it to you in order for it to work. I don't know. That's just kind of how I've always thought about this stuff. And the movies are very telling. In that movie, she tells him, I'm going to say this serum, crazy amount of money. They don't even show it how much it is, right? But she tells him, once I give this to you, you have, I think, 10 years. You're in the limelight. Your body parts come together. You look younger. It's basically makes you look very good real quickly.
Replenishes.
Exactly. But once these 10 years or 20, I forgot the exact limit. She said, once these years are up and over, you got to disappear. And no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but you got to go away. I don't care what you do, right? So the movie shows them getting this, and then they go mess up because they start beating each other's bodies, and it goes to crap, basically, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that I noticed about that movie that I found very interesting and intriguing is that movie was released maybe 20 years ago. I'm not too sure. A long time ago.
Right.
And they were showing us things in that movie that I believe can still be looked at or applied to certain aspects of today's culture or even the conspiracy realm, for lack of better words. What are your thoughts about that movie, Shane? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, totally agree that there are things that they can do as far as rejuvenation and healing and restorative health that they're not telling us. They don't want us to know that. You got to remember, Elon Musk, you mentioned him a minute ago, he's pointed it out. There's a big sect of the global elite, the Bill Gates of the world and those people, they believe there's too many people. They don't want 8 billion people. They want 500 million people to inhabit the earth. And something like 480 million of them are supposed to be the workers who take care of the 20 million, super elites or super rich or whatever. It's a God complex these people have. And they feel no moral imperative to share that type of information or technology with the common people. But I absolutely believe that there are things, I wouldn't call it the fountain of youth per se, but I believe there's definitely things that they know to do, that the technologies they have, that restore health, rebuild body parts. I mean, we already know some of it with some of the stuff that's come from stem cell research and regenerative medicines and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a good point. And like you said, that movie's 20-something years old. So if they were touching on something and knew that this existed 20 years ago, how much further have they taken it? I mean.
And why do you think they would even show us that stuff, right? Like, kind of weird.
Yeah. I think a lot of times they show us stuff to mock us. And sometimes they show us stuff to confuse us. They love to confuse us. That's their biggest tool. Confusion is their biggest tool in their ultimate goal, of dividing us and keeping us separated from one another. Because we all want the same things. Anybody that's watching this, and probably half the people that are going to go ahead and vote for Kamala for president, they want the same things we want. Raise a family, be able to afford to raise a family peacefully, in a good community, get a good education for their kids, hopefully have something to leave them a little bit better off than they were. We all want those same things. The people at the top, though, I don't think they care one whit. They see all of us as expendable. If they didn't, they wouldn't be starting wars all over the world, and it doesn't bother them.